Kazakh national handcrafts make up the precious roots of steppe culture. They provide an inside look into nomadic lives. The art of the nation who once lived upon the great steppe is pictured here through wood and iron processing, jewelry and felting. Many programs modernize the culture of hunting, falconry, horse training and racing. Take a look inside the Kazakh culture on the program KazArt.
Казахские мастерицы применяли более 14 видов техник ткачества.
There are more than 14 types of the Kazakh weaving art, which are traditionally used. Most of them are woven on half-wool or fully woolen carpets. For example, during the weaving of a big carpet, terme can be used, which is 5 embroideries with patterns. All of them are used in the creation of a half-wool carpet. Mixed weaving is used at the top of the carpet, and it is decorated with patterns of striped woolen braid. The weaving technique is very important to mark the shape of the ornamentation.
Ворсовый орнамент. В значительной степени техника ткачества влияет на форму, техника ткачества это как формообразующий принцип в орнаменте.
As you know, the weaving art is one of our ancient arts. Household things like clothes have always been done using this art. Different things were done from the wool, and they have been used since ancient times. The Kazakh weaving art attracts us with its own uniqueness. It is a heritage of our ancestors, from one generation to the next.
Қазақ қол өнерінің ерекшеліктерінің негіздерінің бірі осы киіз басу өнері мен тоқыма өнері.
One aspect of the Kazakh weaving art is making a carpet from felt. Also, there are a lot of things from wool. We know this as they came to us from earlier centuries. It has been proved regarding fossils found in the Altai regions where such woven products were discovered. Owing to the scientific research of ornamentation, which were created, we can see that they are close to our Kazakh, Kyrgyz and Altai people.
Қазақтың, қырғыздың, қазіргі Алтай халықтарының ою-өрнектеріне жақын екендігі дәлелденген.
Wool is a natural product which Kazakh people have used since ancient times. Goat, sheep, rabbit and camel's wool have been taken and produced for fabric or thread, and then used to weave a carpet. It requires a long time to prepare the materials. First, a sheep's wool will be cut and then thoroughly cleaned and fluffed up with the help of a stick or even one's fingers. After these processes, the wool will be colored.
Народные мастерицы раньше добывали красители сами. Это все производство.
In ancient times, craftsmen made colors by themselves. They used products from nature, such as plants, and from minerals. Each season they picked grasses with both their roots and their leaves. The quality of colors depends on the seasons, as summer plants or autumn ones are different. It has always taken a long time to color wool.
И процесс крашения тоже занимал достаточно большой промежуток времени. В основном это, конечно, все делалось летом.
The main device of the weaving art is a special machine. Carpets and household products are woven by this machine. And there is also another machine which weaves different size carpets or korjin.
Подготовка станков. Несмотря на то, что казалось бы с первого.
It can be seen easily from one side that weaving is an art. But to prepare everything, it has to be done by experienced handicraft experts. The carpets are then divided into several types, depending on the season they have been woven in.
Какое изделие ткалось и в какое время года. Вот эти вот изделия мелкие, они на всей территории Казахстана.
We are able to see small-sized woven carpets in every part of Kazakhstan, as people always need carpets. The craftsmen made products which were necessary for daily life. Such kind of work demands patience, experience, and professionalism. Also, time. In general, one carpet was done by several craftsmen. Even then, it took more than 1 month. During the weaving of a carpet, a grandmother's house was full of girls.
Дочери, девочек вообще с самого раннего возраста приучали.
The yurt is one of the most practical movable houses ever created. It was not only a shelter, but a practical home with harnesses, felt maps, articles made of wood which were lavishly decorated. The flower patterns of the tekimets, or felt carpets, were abstract, cosmogonic patterns of the baskurs, which were woven patterned ribbons, encircling the inner perimeter of the yurt. And other weaving arts all reflect the perception of our ancestors about the world's structure and the beauty amongst which they lived.
Жалпы тоқыма бұйымдарының ішіндегі ең негізгі бағалыларының бірі кілем болып саналады. Оның ішінде әрине түкті кілем.
Among the weaver's art, the woolen carpet is one of the most priceless floor coverings. The construction method of this handicraft was saved until the 1930s in Kazakhstan. As Alkay Margulan has told us, in the Middle Ages, the wool carpet was an essential part of the property of aristocrats. Then they were woven to huge sizes. They were expensive large carpets with thick pile. Silk carpets were also woven. Many other types of carpets with saturated color were widely produced.
Жасылды, қанық бояулар мен боялған түкті кілемдер өте кеңінен таралған.
Connection to the nature and the universe is also reflected in the interior of the yurt, and the baskur carpet, strips, ribbons have been given a place inside of the home. White and light colors with ornaments are often found in combination and show a high level of quality. There is no difference in technique between weaving general carpets and baskur.
Баскурбау, во-первых, они очень разные по композиционному содержанию. Во-вторых, в разных регионах тоже.
Baskur with ribbons can be very different in composition and meaning. White baskurs and red baskurs are woven with different technology in different regions. We can even see the embroidery weaving technique. If you have a look at them very closely, you will not distinguish them with the art of the embroiderer. They supported the keregi with ribbons to make the yurt appear cozy, and wove with criss-cross section patterns. Some compositions have the same red patterns, which is repeated with the same pattern throughout the length of it, with continuous, interesting patterns on baskur. Despite this, carpets such as baskur with ribbons have their own meaning in ornamental patterns.
Один и тот же рисунок, орнамент, он на всей длине повторяется, то есть он беспрерывный такой.
Осы кілемдерден бөлек бау дедік, бау басқұрлар, осыларға түсірілген әртүрлі ою өрнектердің өздерінің ең айтар ойлары бар. Бұл әсіресе мына басқұрларды алып қарасаңыз да, ондағы біздің мына зергерлік бұйымдағы.
Especially if you have a look at baskurs, there you can notice that, like jewelry products, they have been drawn with different shaped amulet ornaments. All of them came from a religious meaning. They were given to protect people from an evil eye. And these korjin, it is a felt bag, were used during travel, and they are very convenient. When a man was getting married, he sent a korjin to the bride's relatives, and the patterns which were drawn on the korjin showed the status of the society of the groom.
Арлы бері екі әулеттің ортасында жүрген қоржынның сыртындағы ою өрнектерінің өзі әр әулеттің ауқаттылығын, жағдай, тұрмыс дәрежесінің қандай екендігін, осының барлығын ою өрнек арқылы ашып беріп отырған.
The Kazakh art of weaving was popular and widespread till the 1930s. In the south of Kazakhstan, there were many wool carpets, and other regions wove alasha, lint-free carpets. Such was the magnificent skill of the craftsmen of that time, they did not copy each other's patterns.
Что касается орнамента в ткачестве народном, то здесь мы...
If we talk about patterns, they have their own definition. For example, you can see geometric compositions from the Bronze Age. A craftsman, whilst weaving, used pictures in a geometric style, such as plants, or they were zoomorphic in their composition. The technique here requires a geometric pattern.
Но он подчинен именно геометрическому стилю. Сама техника диктует именно геометрический орнамент.
Currently, the Kazakh weaving art is in demand from an aesthetic aspect. Tapestry has its own singular place in the weaving art. A tapestry is a picture composition which was done by craftsmen. We can say that a modern alasha carpet is a tapestry. It is not unfamiliar art in Kazakh traditions. That is why the French weaving art found a place in our life quickly and soon became widespread. The development of weaving from our ancestors, we can say, was done in a time of prosperity. Our young artists continue this weaving art, which has come from our ancient ancestors, and they connect it with tapestry art, and they make great compositions. Tapestry is a difficult art, as we do not just mix colors and paint. The main work is required to work with every thread to create a masterpiece. Only in this way will you be able to achieve your final purpose. Ravshan Bazabayeva's composition is described as nature, and in some parts it is described as the history of the Kazakh nations. She has connected it with today's world. Among our young artists, we have to mention Kundiz Joly, who connects her work with ancient times and shows it in her work. Her Dastahan work has al-baskuma with red ribbons and is woven with a geometric style. The technique is weaving with tapestry art included. A craftsman has to use 3 techniques at the same time. A composition is woven on a horizontal lathe. Subsequently, the art of weaving is unique, with bright colors, and the composition always depends on the craftsman. This art requires patience, as it takes a long time to master. A piece of art which has been woven by the hands is a magnificent piece of art. Our art of weaving, which is full of our traditions, will never be forgotten. There are approximately 500 weave compositions which are kept in the museum. They are cotton carpet, lint-free carpet, wool carpet, more than 200 baskur with ribbons, and korjin carpet. The purpose of our scientists is to preserve them and to make research. These products will demonstrate our wonderful art of weaving development and also show in which regions they were first created.